Lemonade Day! We are going to be making a frozen lemonade pie here today to wrap up our summer baking series. I hope that you've seen our ingredients video before this, but if not, let's walk through the ingredients that you're going to need to make this easy peasy, lemon squeezy frozen lemonade pie. Here's what we're going to need to make our delicious frozen lemonade pie. So I have my pre-made pie crust here, which is going to make things a lot easier. You'll want 12 ounces of whipped topping. I have two 8-ounce tubs, so one just won't get used all the way. These you do want to be thawed out, so make sure that they're thawed. Then you'll need 6 ounces of lemonade concentrate. So we're just going to use about half of this can. This you do not want to be thawed. You'll need 1 lemon for some lemon zest in the pie. And then you'll need your can of 14 ounces of condensed milk. So that's what we need. Let's get started. Okay, the first step here is I'm gonna get my pre-baked or my pre-made pie crust good to go. So you can use it just like this, but if you want it to have a golden brown finish, all you do is throw a little egg wash on it and bake it for about 5 minutes at 375. The instructions should come with the pie. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna egg wash this and throw it in the oven for a few minutes, and then we will get to mixing our filling, our pie filling. So let's get some egg wash on the pie. There we go. Our pie crust is egg washed. So once the oven is ready, I'm gonna slide this in there for just about 5 minutes. We're gonna get started on the pie filling for our frozen lemonade pie. So you just need 6 ounces of this 12-ounce can of lemonade frozen concentrate. So I'm just gonna kind of guesstimate here half of the can. So let's say that's 6 ounces of lemonade frozen concentrate. You'll need your can of condensed milk. Then we're going to put in our whipped topping. And it calls for 12 ounces of whipped topping. So then we're going to want to add a little bit of lemon zest to our filling here. So just take your lemon and then find a little shredder. And I'm just going to do probably about a tablespoon or a teaspoon, somewhere in between, and just throw some nice lemon zest. There we go. Then we are just going to fold everything together. Looks light, airy. You can see that the condensed milk is now like mixed in. There's none extra floating around. Okay. Looks pretty good. I'm gonna throw this in the fridge for just a few minutes while the pie crust continues to cool. And then once the pie crust cools down, we'll go ahead and fill the pie. And then the longest part of this process begins. Our pie crust is cooled, and now we're going to put our filling into the crust. Guys, it looks awesome. Smells great. I think it's gonna be pretty tart. So now that we have our pie filling in, let's move on to the next step. We have our pie, we have our filling, so now's the hard part. Essentially, we have to wait. So the recipe recommends to chill overnight. I'm getting the pie into the freezer pretty early in the day, so I'm gonna check back in a few hours and see just how we're looking. But hopefully I don't have to wait until overnight. So I'm gonna stick this bad boy in the freezer and check it in a few hours, and hopefully it's at a consistency where I might be able to sneak a piece. All right, so let's get this in the freezer and check it in just a bit. Okay guys, it's been about 6 hours, so I'm gonna take out my pie and see how it looks. I think 6 hours should be sufficient, but if you want to be safe, you can go ahead and freeze it overnight. Feels a lot heavier. Looks just as good. Good consistency on the top. Let's dive in. Let's see how it turned out. Took a couple of pieces from the lemon peel and kind of froze them into this little whoop-de-doo for a garnish. Of course, you don't have to do that, but I just thought it would make for a nice touch. It didn't turn out as pretty as I wanted it to, but you know, sometimes that's just the way the cookie crumbles. So there we have our garnish. I'm gonna slice a piece and see what it looks like on the inside. Well, we wrap up our MOAS Summer Baking Series with a lesson we've known all along. I'm not patient enough. So the pie could probably go for a few more hours in the freezer. It doesn't really have the solid pie filling I was going for, but you know what? It's all gonna taste the same. And let's give it a quick taste. If I can get it. Very tart. Very refreshing. Very light. Ooh, it's delicious. Well, I hope that you guys enjoyed this last bake of the MOAS Summer Baking Series. If you did bake with us today, make sure you take a photo and tag us